Yo, I'm Troy, this is TM Fitness, how to be a better coach. So if you're a personal trainer or a coach and you're just getting into the business, it can be a little bit daunting. You do your level 3 certificate and then you're like, shit, what do I do now? So it's not just as simple as getting your level 3 certificate, going to a gym, getting some studio qualifications and being a body pump instructor and a spin instructor and whatever else and that's it. That's not really coaching. So if you want to coach and be successful and actually create change, positive change in people's lives, you need to develop yourself a lot from that point. So I've got kind of 4 rules here. Number 1, be a perpetual white belt. I kind of stole that from Mark Laws, who probably stole it from someone else even smarter than him. And what we mean by that is that you need to adopt the mindset of a novice. There's always more to learn. You never know it all. And the more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. So always learn and develop yourself. You need to learn about exercise physiology. So if you haven't done, say, a sports science or an exercise physiology degree before doing your level 3, you're going to need to teach yourself the basics. Get a textbook on exercise physiology. And I mean an actual textbook as well. Look how thick that bitch is. It's not an easy read, but you're gonna have to read it and learn it. And you need to learn about anatomy as well. Trail Guide to the Body is a good one. Anatomy Trains by Thomas Myers is a good one. So if you get your exercise physiology book and you get a couple of anatomy books and you read them and you learn them, that will instantly give you more knowledge on the human body than 90% of the PTs in your area, and that will really set you apart. And you need to learn about nutrition as well, because you don't really get taught much on the level 3 course these days. So you need to do an extra course to learn about nutrition. My recommendation is the Body Type Nutrition Academy, because I know how good the content is. It's an evidence-based accredited course. You can find that at bodytypenutrition.co.uk, but there's lots of similar courses like that available. So find the one that seems right for you, but make sure that they're evidence-based and accredited and it's not some woo-woo naturopathic nonsense. Okay, number 2, listen more than you talk. So don't talk at your clients, don't keep telling them stuff, shut up and listen. And when you listen and you learn about that person, that's when you can start to adapt things to really help create change. You can make your recommendations bespoke to each individual to give them the best chance they can possibly have to be the best version of them. It's all about the client, it's not about you, so shut up. Number 3, pay your dues. So don't think you can do your level 3 certificate, write an ebook and become a millionaire overnight and then rush off to the Caribbean and post updates on Facebook every day of you sitting on a pedalo in the Caribbean with a cocktail and a laptop. That's not how it works. You're going to have to spend 2 or 3 years really learning your trade, making mistakes and really investing in your business, investing in your personal development and really working hard to help people. But most personal trainers are out of the industry again within 2 years because they don't do that stuff. So it might mean that you have to work in a commercial gym for a couple of years and you've got to mop floors and clean the treadmill, and that's just part of cutting your teeth and paying your dues. And then in time, when you're the most successful PT in that gym with the highest retention rates, then maybe then you can think about going out on your own, getting your own studio or going mobile, but make sure you've got enough money behind you before you do that. And then number 4, and this is really important, I'm really passionate about this one, don't be a dick. I say that because there's a lot of dickheads in the industry who think that it's cool to just argue and bicker online all the time. You don't become a better businessman by attacking the opposition all the time. You don't inflate the tyres on your car by running around the car park and letting everyone else's tyres down. That's a dickhead move. Don't be a dickhead. If you look in the UK PT forum on Facebook, it's full of young, stupid, insecure, angry dickheads arguing with each other. That's not how you get ahead of business. Pay your dues, do your due diligence, be the best that you can be, help your clients the best you can, and the cream will always rise to the top. So who should you be following on social media and online? Who are the people that you can learn from and really help you to become a better coach? Listed a few here. If you follow these guys, there's a bunch of others that you'll find. So I couldn't name everyone, but these are some of my personal favourites. So Brad Schoenfeld, he's a researcher, he's a coach, he's a scientist. He's done loads of research, loads of papers, mostly on strength and hypertrophy. So if that's your thing, follow Brad Schoenfeld, read his research papers. And if you don't know how to read research, learn how to do that. And that's one of the skills that you'll learn doing the Body Type Nutrition course. Dan John, not a researcher or a scientist, just a coach with decades of experience training athletes and training general population. And he's got loads of stuff about coaching, and he's really, really good at making the complex stuff sound really simple, and you can learn a ton from Dan John. Asker Ukendrup, similar to Brad Schoenfeld, but he's more on the endurance side of things. So if you want to learn about endurance training and nutrition, follow Asker Ukendrup. Lyle McDonald, he's got a website called Body Recomposition. Go and look it up. There's loads of stuff on there in his blogs. Literally loads of really useful information for free, and he's got books as well that you can purchase. Just don't get embroiled with arguments with him online. Don't interact with him online. And then I wanted to mention Rachel France here because I'm from the UK, so I thought it'd be good to represent for the UK as well. There's lots of people that you can look up for rehab and movement and biomechanics, but Rachel France runs a company called Biomechanics Education. She's a great person, she's a great coach, really worth looking into, because that kind of stuff is something I'm really passionate about. You can get really big wins with your clients if you understand about biomechanics and movement. And then moving on to the research, so rather than having to go and read all the individual papers, you can read research reviews. Alan Aragon, one of the most respected guys in the industry for this, has got his own research review, the AARR. So you have to sign up to it and you pay a fee, but every month you get an overview, a breakdown review of all the relevant research on nutrition and training. Really, really good. Greg Knuckles, so he's got one called Mass, which is aimed more towards strength athletes and strength coaches. So if powerlifting's your thing, Mass is brilliant. And then examine.com have got their ERD, which is a digest, a monthly digest breaking down all the research on nutrition and supplementation. So you can cut through a lot of the crap. So when your clients ask you, if I have honey and cinnamon, will it make me lose weight? You can just look it up on Examine and go, no, mate, no, that's bollocks. And then I mentioned the ISSN. The ISSN are an industry standard, the International Society of Sports Nutrition. Loads of information available there. Again, they put out research papers, positional stances, so that everything that you want to know from an evidence-based standpoint about sports nutrition. And they also do further education. So if you want to get certified as a sports nutritionist, that's where to look. And a lot of these guys work for the ISSN and do a lot of their research for them. So if you follow all these, you'll find everyone else that's worth following in the process. That's that in a nutshell. Hopefully you got something out of that. Remember, I still think this is the most important one. Don't be a dick. Okay, if you've got any comments, put them below. Click like, click share, click subscribe, and I'll catch you later.